Good morning, Wicked Edge Expert Corner Group, YouTube channel, and Facebook. I just got a question from someone asking me about digital cubes. I want to make something really clear, try to make something really clear. This level of precision that I try to work at, that I inflict upon myself, that chore, trying to work so precisely, is a choice I make. It is, I promise you. It doesn't make my knife sharper than if I was to work more loose, less precision, less detail. I'm choosing to do it to set controls, to try to draw a statement about it. But the reality is that that level that I'm portraying to you that I work at is unnecessary to get a sharp knife and a mirror edge. It is like, how can I say? It's not the difference. Let's look at it this way. Remember years ago when you set your alignment up on your car with a tape measure? And if it was off a little bit, you measured a little bit more, the distance for the toe in and the camber and all that with the tape measure. And then when you got it right, you drove for 50,000 miles. Well, now we're doing it with the electronic lasers to do the same thing. And we know exactly where the numbers are, and we're doing the same thing. We're still driving the car 50,000 miles on the alignment. My point is that it's not necessary to think. I don't want you to think that you have to work at the levels that I work at to achieve very sharp edges and mirror polishes. That said, the difference between all these cubes is a personal thing. Do you want to drive a Lincoln or do you want to drive a Cadillac? They all work the same. The precision and accuracy, 0.2 degrees. That means that it says 10.00 degrees or 10.02 or 10.04 or 9.98, 9.96, whereas this one says 10.01, 10.02, 10.0. It's the same fakakta angle. Just the way the precision, how closely we're describing that angle is more closely with this. And more closely means you have to work harder to work more closely. And it doesn't mean squat, because we physically can't sharpen and do everything as precisely as I'm portraying that I'm trying to work at. So don't sweat this stuff. Whatever cube you use to do, this is the important part. Whatever cube you use that you work with, just work with it. Whatever reading it gives you, it's consistent, and use it, and that will make your edges more consistent. And it doesn't matter if the reading is that you're actually off a bit and it's not sharpening your 20 degrees edges to 20 degrees. It's only sharpening your 20 degrees edge to 19.95 degrees. That's like the difference that these things are off. They're off a quarter of a degree or something. So if both sides are off a quarter of a degree and you do your work well, then it's a perfect knife. It's just not in reality that 20 degree knife. It's only a 19.75 degree knife that we're choosing to call 20 degrees. So don't sweat this accuracy that I'm portraying that I want to work at. It does not make for a better edge. That said, also, it doesn't make up for lack of experience and technique. The most important thing is break in your stones, use them to the fullest, and try to make sure everything is the same, left to right, locked up. It doesn't matter the absolute numbers. What matters is that we're making that keen edge on both sides, whether it's 20 degrees or 20.02, as long as it comes together sharp, keen, that's what matters. It's not going to be any better if you use a better cube. I just came across it, I used it, I like it. I like the way that it reads 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's easy to use in that sense, but it's a pain to use because it's so tedious, because it is so precise. Everything you do takes longer because you're working at that level of precision. And it's not making my knives any sharper. What it is doing is it's making what I set up to start with, each and every knife, as close as I can get. And it doesn't need to be that close. That's the reality of it. Guys are hand sharpening freeform, and they're making hair whittling sharp knives. And I'm clamping it up and working at 1/100th of a degree. And I'm not making a knife any sharper. It's just how I choose to work. Thanks. Just get your cube and use your cube. Don't worry about which one it is. Get one that you like to use. I like one that has magnets on 3 sides, an illuminated dial that floats, so that whether you use it this way, or this way, or this way, you can read the number. This cube I found did that, and I've been using it ever since. Thanks.